How you doing today, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Baking Geek. I've got another cheesecake recipe for you. This one's a white wine cheesecake. It's a very special recipe. I haven't pulled this out in a long time, so we're going to do this together. Hopefully we'll team it up with my other cheesecake recipe, which is like a strawberry cheesecake recipe, or you can turn that recipe around any way you want, but eventually we'll end up with a white wine strawberry cheesecake, so we'll call it strawberry wine cheesecake. How's that sound, folks? Alright, let's get underway. First thing is you want to line your tin. Now, I think this is a 24 centimetre, 23 centimetre, something around there. Always line it. It's always easy to get the cake out at the end of it. And what we've done is we've smashed up a bit of milk arrowroot biscuits. Now I'll just smash them up in the blender. Don't worry if they're too rough. They don't have to pass through a sieve or anything like that. And I've baked off some shredded coconut. That always goes really well on a cheesecake base. So just toast it off in the oven. Don't burn it. Okay, and yeah, let's get underway. Alright, you're going to need to heat up some butter. I don't really... When it comes to cheesecake base, I don't even weigh this stuff. I think it's maybe about 200 grams of butter. I don't know. It's a bit more of a guess sort of thing with everything else, but we are going to be weighing that. Alright, so let's get the base underway. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we brought our butter to the boil, and we're just going to combine that with the breadcrumb slash coconut mix. Go, starting to clump up. That's what we want. I think I got the butter about right. Yeah, you know, like I said, I rarely ever weigh that stuff. It's more of a guesswork sort of thing. Okay, that's going to be nice. It's clumping. That's what we want. Okay, so I'm going to start lining our cake with the crumb mix. You want it nice and even. I might actually have a bit left after this. Okay. Alright. Yeah, you can use a spoon, you can use one of these things, doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. All out the sides. I like to sort of angle it up the side of the tin just a little bit. Sort of gives you that big base sort of look to it. Okay, that looks nicely angled. Okay, so it's a fairly rustic sort of base, but you know, you don't want anything too flash. Like I said, I didn't even bother sieving the crumbs. I used to sieve the crumbs quite a bit. Don't even bother these days. Just, yeah, smack it in there. If it's a bit crunchy, that's okay. It all works. Anyway, we're going to get back to the filling of the cake next with the white wine filling. Okay, back in a sec. Okay folks, we're back. We've got our base ready. That's first port of call. Obviously you get that out of the way, you chill that in the fridge. Next bit is to get our white wine mix up. Now we're going to have to chill that down, so that's the second stage of the cake that we're going to make. Okay, so what we want to do is, this one actually involves some egg. So we're going to get 3 eggs. Hopefully we won't get any shell. 2, 3. Okay. Now I'm going to flash the recipe up on the screen, so there's no real need for me to be talking too much about it. Okay, so we've got our eggs there. We're going to incorporate our white wine into this. I think I've used a Sauvignon Blanc for this one. You can use a Riesling, you can use whatever you want. As long as it's white wine, should work out okay. We're going to put our lemon juice in as well. our sugar. And what we're going to do is we're going to gently heat that on the stove, bring it up to a gentle sort of heat. And we're going to add our gelatin into that mix. Then we're going to chill this whole mix down before adding it to the cheese. Okay? So we just want to get it sort of started. Okay. There we go. Now, the important thing is, guys, we're not trying to cook these eggs or scramble these eggs. We're just going to heat them gently. It's going to melt the sugar as well, okay? And really bring that white wine flavour right out, because when you heat it, yeah, obviously we're not going to heat it to the point where the alcohol is going to burn out of it. But we need to heat it to just over body temp. And I think we're there. There we go. That's literally how long it took. Okay. So we're going to add our gelatin mix to this as well, in at this stage. Oh, that's smelling sensational. Anyway, we're just going to chill that down. We don't want the gelatin to set. But we're just going to chill that down in the fridge, and then we're going to add it to our cheese mix on the mixer. Back in a minute, folks. Okay, folks, we're back with our egg mix. We're going to combine that now with our cheese, and then at the end of it, we're going to fold some whipped cream through it. You want your cream about 80% done. You don't want to take it all the way, because we are going to work it on the flip side. Okay, so there we go. So hopefully you've got yourself a mixer like this. If not, you could probably use a food processor. I've done that in the past. So anyway, kick it over. Just add a little bit to start with. You'll see the cheese starting to accept the mix, and as it does, it will also chill it down. What we're looking at doing is breaking up all the lumps in the cheese. You want a nice smooth mix at the end of it, so let the whisk do its work, okay? So it's starting to get there. And now what we need to do is stop the mixer and just pull all the hard stuff off the sides, okay? All the way to the bottom. That's it. Just add it, towards the end, just add it very slowly. Let the mix accept it. We're trying to get all the lumps out. Just one last scrape and then we'll put the last of it in, I think. Okay, starting to get there. Last of that mix into it. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to let the mixer do its work, get the last of those lumps out. While we're waiting on that, what we can actually do is we can get our whipped cream out, which we've already pre-made, okay? Let's take a look at that. Okay, we're going to call it quits there. So I can see the gelatin's already starting to work. Right, so we're going to get the mix, we're going to pour it into our big bowl. Okay, then slowly but surely we're going to start adding our whipped cream. I might even use a whisk for this one. It's really giving it that nice white sort of look to it. Okay, I think it's safe to say we can just add all the rest of that. There we go. Okay, like I said, I can already see the gelatin starting to set on this one, so I'm going to work fairly quickly with it. Getting it into the cheesecake mould before it fully sets. Okay. Okay, alright, hopefully you get your mould all ready to go. Here's our cheesecake going in. Like I said, I can see this thing setting as I speak. That went very quick. Just put it into the corner of the mould, like so. Doesn't matter too much. Right, once you've got it fairly much in there, you just give it a bit of a tap to settle it down. That's it, folks, white wine cheesecake. Now we can finish this off any way you want. You can do a fruit flan glaze to it, you can do mirror glaze to it, you can do whatever you want. So we'll come back at that later and we'll decorate it sometime. Okay, if you've enjoyed this episode, hit the like button. I'll see you next time. Bye.